What's up everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Osu News. This is the show where we talk about the most important Osu news that happened during the week. Once again, we have a bunch of news topics that we're going to talk about in this video, and most of them are going to be negative. I'm going to try to talk about some positive stuff, but unfortunately most of the stuff this week were negative, so yeah, you have to bear with that. Also, before we get started, if you want to help me out in becoming the most subscribed Osu News channel on YouTube, then be sure to hit that sub button, it would really be appreciated. So you may have heard of a player by the name of Alerted Dragon. He is the #1 player in Portugal, and he is also a pretty well-known figure in the top 50 leaderboards. He was mainly known as a DT aim player, if you were wondering. Last week I did talk about the fact that Alerted Dragon apparently has an r/also report on him where there was some type of proof that he might have actually sold his account. There was a deleted document leaked where he apparently admitted in some screenshots that he actually sold his account all the way back in October for $500 specifically, and that all of his scores since then have been cheated. Apparently, for some reason in March he did manage to get his account back for a short amount of time, but then he gave the account back to the original buyer. Now you may be wondering, who did he sell his account to? Well, all I'ma say is that this person is a well-known cheater in the Osu community. If you know, you know. A few days later, once a lot of people found out about the selling of Alerted's account, Alerted Dragon's username was actually changed to not happy, hinting that it may be true about the fact that he sold his account. But then a few days later, which was around 10 days after the Osu report post was made on Alerted, his account finally got restricted, pretty much confirming that since October those scores that were above 1k and other pretty interesting scores were actually cheated. Now, although this account got restricted, a lot of people were concerned about the fact that it took this long for the account to get restricted. In fact, Ronnie Sunny, a pretty high ranked player in the Osu community, tweeted this about the situation: "I seriously love Osu, but I never saw such stupidity from staff members and not banning Alerted Dragon. Random ass people getting banned for nothing, but literally a top player who sold his account to a cheater which still doesn't get banned and setting cheated scores." But yeah, how do you feel about the Alerted Dragon situation? Let me know down in the comments. But let's move on to another story that is absolutely getting heated in the Osu community. So you may have heard of a content creator by the name of Aryn. Some of his recent vids were getting pretty popular in the Osu community, and he's just an up-and-coming content creator in the scene. However, recently he uploaded a pretty controversial video by the name of Osu is a waste of time. Based off of the like to dislike ratio, you can see that not a lot of people were actually fond of this video. In fact, a lot of top players hopped onto Twitter to talk about this whole video. First person to do so was a Spanish top player by the name of Kazama, who says that you should actually just enjoy the game and just not play when you don't feel like it. And he talks about how taking breaks in the long run will benefit you, and that it's important to play the game when you're at a good mental state. Another notable figure in the Osu community that responded to this was Zylice, stating how his favorite moments that he has had in the game, he wouldn't trade them for anything else in the world, stating that he has had these moments ever since he started the game, before even he was a top player, and that he should leave people's passions the fuck alone. Now, Aryn decided to respond to this tweet by saying this: "Osu is not a waste of time for you because you actually made it. You're not my target demographic. I'm talking about those 4, 5, 6 digits who will never benefit or make it to a point like you." Now, let's just say that this tweet wasn't received very well. In fact, as of me recording this video, it currently has 308 quote retweets. Zylice responded to this saying that his success has nothing to do with it, and in general, a lot, and I mean a lot of top players and well-known figures in the Osu community did not agree with anything that Aryn said in this tweet. In fact, it wasn't even just top players, a lot of players in general just didn't like this tweet overall and did not like Aryn's opinion. In fact, Launch, a pretty well-known Osu content creator with more than 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, tweeted this: "Worst Osu YouTuber," with a picture of Aryn in his latest video. This whole situation did indeed take a hit in Aryn's numbers. In fact, as of me recording this video, Aryn has lost around 90 subscribers on YouTube. Now, since we're trying to keep stuff equal on this channel, I talked with Zylice and Aryn to get a response from both of them to see how they view this entire situation in two different perspectives. This was Zylice's response on the entire situation, where he says this: "Nothing good comes from saying others are wasting their time and encouraging them to quit. You literally never know who can and can't make it. It's not a single person's responsibility to make sure everyone is spending their time wisely. Just because you'll never be LeBron James, it doesn't mean you should give up on basketball if your aspiration is to become a pro basketball player. Just because you'll never be Jeff Bezos, it doesn't mean you should quit your job. Pushing a defeatist mentality to a community at large just damages the future of any passionate hobby. hobby. Let people decide for themselves whether or not it's a waste of time. That was Zylice's perspective on this entire situation, and now we have Aryn's response to pretty much everyone and his perspective on the whole situation. Hi there, of course you probably know me for my controversial videos and me getting involved with drama. I just wanted to relay a couple of messages and whatnot. First things first, you guys took the video the wrong way, but I do understand the way I say things in my videos make it seem like I'm talking directly to you and trying to demotivate you, when in reality it's just talking about my mindset and my anecdotal experience on why I, keyword I, believe Osu is a waste of time. Seeing top players talk about this is quite strange. These guys have clearly built a brand, influence, and technically a career, so it's very odd to say that your success has no influence on your opinion. Sure, the friends you made along the course of your career is cool, but tell me, would you have made most of these friends or connections if you hadn't become a top player? Or streamer persona, whatever you wanna put it. It's quite easy to talk when you have a stable platform, isn't it? All I'm saying is that my video is subjective. I even say that you can make it at the end of the video, lol. But as Karcher puts it, it's blocked behind 6 minutes of jumbo, and he is right, I ain't denying it. So when you look at it on a surface level, of course it looks bad. Didn't expect people to get so mad about what I had to say on a matter that is completely subjective. I guess most people just take things on a personal level. Also, while I need to be careful of what I say in the future because I will start Osu's equivalent of WW3, I would really like to talk to Zylice directly. Clearly I hit a nerve with him. Also, I would say, Zylice, if you're seeing this, you're indirectly causing the amount of hate and death threats I'm getting, and clearly you don't care, which is fine. But it's odd that you don't think about the influence that your words have on others, especially since you have a big following. But that's just me, you don't care anyways because you're so very passionate about this game and feel like you need to defend it with your life. You know what? Good on you, Zylice. I hope you feel like a big strong man. And so far that's pretty much it with this situation. However, I'm going to say that you should not witch hunt or harass anyone mentioned in this video. By doing so, you're causing more harm than anything else, and you're just not fixing the problem by doing that. But anyways, you may have heard of an Osu player by the name of Hayasaka. He's mostly known in the Osu community for setting some pretty good 3-mod scores on some pretty popular DT maps, sometimes even 4-mod scores. Yes, you heard me correctly, he does sometimes play AR-11 with flashlight. Now, the player recently posted something concerning to a lot of people because he mentioned that he has a second girlfriend, posting a picture from a video game character that is only 10 years old. Now, normally people in the replies were very concerned as to why this dude posted this, and in one of the replies where the person says that the character is 10 years old, Hayasaka replies with, "Age does not matter to be my girlfriend." And yeah, as you might have guessed, this tweet was not received well in the Osu community. Everyone was saying that we are not beating the Osu community allegations. In fact, as we are recording this, that reply to a tweet currently has 109 quote retweets. Now yeah, believe me when I say everyone was upset when they saw this reply, because I think everyone is tired of predators in this community. But yeah, after so many people called Hayasaka a weirdo and a predator in the Osu community, he released an official statement about the whole thing where he said this. So this tweet was meant to be a joke and not taken seriously. Yes, it was intentional bait. I started playing the game called Mirishita, which is about producing idols, and I chose her as my idol to produce in the game. However, this does not mean that I am in love with her as a girlfriend, and I do not consider children as a sexual objectification or a girlfriend. I apologize for trolling the community, and I hope that the community can forgive my behavior. Some people said that they were surprised that a lot of people didn't see the obvious bait that was the previous tweet. Some people thought that people in this community overreacted over that tweet, and some people considered the fact that there were a lot of degenerates exposed in this community, so much so to the point that they didn't see the bait in this tweet. But in general, that's pretty much the Hayasaka situation. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments, but let that not distract you from the fact that BTMC might have lost all of his number ones. So on March 28th of 2024, there was a tweet posted on the official Osu All-Stars account where someone set up 2 bounties for people to snipe the last 2 number ones that BTMC had on 2 maps. Those 2 maps were Galaxy Collapse and Zetei Redo. Now, Galaxy Collapse was almost instantly sniped. It literally took 2 days for that score to be sniped by Karcher himself. And because of the snipe, Karcher got himself $40 for the snipe. However, let's just say that the Zetei Redo score got sniped this week, and it looks like BTMC no longer has any number ones on any map. Now keep in mind, BTMC's score on ZT Redo isn't really that easy to snipe, because he has a 99.65% accuracy FC with hidden hard rock on the map, which is some really good act, and you would need to get less than 4 100s on the map to be able to snipe him. But when people least expected, there was another player who actually sniped BTMC, and his name is Wuchi. Now Wuchi is the number 2 player from Malaysia, and he's mainly known as an accuracy player for hidden and hidden hard rock. And when you take that into consideration, it's not that surprising that he managed to snipe BTMC, getting only 1 less 100 at BTMC and claiming the other $40 bounty that was set. And as of me recording this video, Ed currently has no number 1 placements on any map. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this story? Let me know down in the comments once again. Other important news that happened this week: Hugo Frost is now a 4-digit in Osu. Ivaxa has now passed Flaro on the global Osu leaderboards, making him rank 8. Malishevsky now has 5 full rows worth of badges on his profile page. There is now a new featured artist by the name of Pace MKR. Cloutiful has changed his username to Chudson. The player by the name of GigaChat has been unrestricted in Osu. The date for Osu Rewind 2023 has been changed, and it apparently is going to be released in mid-April. Nyan Potato is now officially out of the top 10 leaderboards. Karcher somehow for the 3rd consecutive time manages to dodge military service, which means that he might actually participate in this year's OWC. The map by the name of Brazil, the 8-bit version, is now the 2nd map of 2024 to reach 2 million plays. The player with the username by the name of Sure is now the player with the most playtime on standard out of everyone, currently sitting at around 7,785 hours spent in the game. And finally, Kamenchik has reached 20k PP in Osu. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that happened last week in the Osu community. This was a rather long Osu news episode, so a like on the video would be really appreciated if you made it all the way until here. Also, tonight at 7:30 p.m. UTC, I'm going to be roasting your profiles and putting them on a tier list based off of how much risk they have. It's a rather wild idea that I had for a stream, so if you want to join in on the fun, then be sure to hop on the YouTube stream or on the Twitch stream as well. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.